not allow for mercy.
Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 and part 17 of our legendary Kroak-Gar Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, the worst has happened. Abyss has landed ashore here in Dawn's Light. And yeah, with this many the Exalted Demonettes and anything, we don't stand a chance, so we're going to go ahead and let that one go, sadly. A decisive defeat indeed. And they choose to sack and stay right here. Interesting. Yep, now that they are landed ashore, there's not a lot we can do until Oxyotl gets over there. Also, dust shakes to the ceiling. The silent sanctity of this temple is invaded by the vibrations of drills and machines. So many relics and fossils have already been lost to the chaos-tainted dwarves and their relentless or reckless strip mining. Will the expedition risk itself to drive them off or avoid them? We'll go ahead and take ourselves a skink orgles. We'll go ahead and intervene. It's just a bunch of laborers anyway. If we do manage to ambush them, so that would be a brutal fight. Oh, really? They're pretty low on health, that's true. Alright, well if we go ahead and give that one to the others, we'll lose the Diploraptors. Also, we didn't get the... I guess we must have already had a maxed out army here. We didn't gain the Oracle. Now that's sad. We'll go ahead and charge on into this nice ambush here. Alright, let's get to it. So it is a bunch of laborers. They've apparently stacked all of their goblin archers up in the very back. That works for me. We'll go ahead and set up our explosive boys here. And on this side too. Actually, we really want them in an area where they're not getting caught by our the trees and stuff. We're going to blast across the entire line there. We'll have the Behalus block guarding this side. There's our rider teams as well. We can just have all of the skink skirmies across the entire thing as well. We will need to advance them, but off the start they can just blast those darts and hobgoblins. There we go. Then we can have the spears ready to engage. And coming through the middle here and off on the side. Then we can have some stalkers up front. And just ready to engage wherever they're needed. Sneaky Boy, the Dilophoraptors, and then our... Oh, the Oracle is here. He just didn't show up on the main screen. Well, that's perfect. They're no longer a spellcaster, but the Troglodyte is a terrifyingly effective beastie in combat. And last but not least, our Red Crests. Prisoner Butchers Extraordinaire. Let's do it. Single entities, infantry, missile boys, and then our cav. Battle begin. Let's get you into sneaky mode and have you start sniping Burundan there. Burundan. Ooh, the fireworks. Plus a little bit more violence. And more explosions than you'd expect at Lizardmen, huh? They're gone. They're going to go ahead and pull in, so let's go ahead and fall back with this group. Same thing with the darts there. Spears advance, and then bring the Coatl in like I wanted to, so you just charge straight down the middle. Just blast any of these laborers is perfectly acceptable. Ride them down. The Dilophoraptors are charging in as well. They're good and angry. We have the skirmishers kind of flanking around the outside. As long as they're moving, they actually have more reload speed, I believe. Keep them moving. And the Dilophoraptors definitely need some help. We'll have the Parastar Rider teams kind of keep charging through. Spears charging here on these laborers. We'll have the Skink Chief get ready to drop bombs. I think we are probably going to lose the Dilophoraptors. As far as the Orc laborers, is definitely not a fight those orcs are enjoying. Let's bring explosive boys up to blast into this big group here. Behalus, you charge into. We can get the chain lightning of the lesser variety, and it looks like the Dilophoraptors are running. We have 2 of them left. Maybe they survive. We'll see. Drop the rock. And you guys can start working together on this lord here. Million just gotta circle around the outside. Behalu's back in. We'll go ahead and have the Parasaur Rider teams fall back. They're not really meant to be a front line, but they're doing fine. There we go. This is it. I want to leave. I can bring you on over. We can drop some lightning down on top of the Chaos Doors. We realize they are always going to be a nuisance to get rid of. Bring both of the explosive boys up. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job of dealing with them, though. Charge you in that way. We'll have these Skeek kind of turn back around and chase this group off. Get you out of unseen predator mode, and we can just kind of hunt down the rest of these guys at our leisure. Perfect. I'll go ahead and get you back on the campaign map. Alright, we'll take a decisive victory, and one that our Dilophopraptors do survive in, which is perfect. We'll go ahead and just take the replenishment this time. Ambush foiled. Wow, they took a lot of gold with them. All the rude. Although with the Burning Skies of Inhimex, we now have 4 extra Blessed Saurus Spears and a Helm of Discord. That's great. Although Abyssa is now free to run rampant in our territory. Like, it's not for one more turn, they're stuck here at Dawn's Light. Which is very good. Oxyotl. Cannot move any faster. Definitely losing control down in the south pretty quickly. Or I guess, thankfully, slowly at the moment. It just costs way too much to do anything about fixing up. We should have left Oxyotl to his business down here in the south. You learn the hard way. So Carixa was pushed back into the forest here by Thorak. I'm thinking at the Serpent Coast we might be able to hold them. So we'll fall back here to the coast. Aquasuras. And then we can move up on Karag Orud with Ralstral. Most of our Saurus are pretty well recovered. Can we upgrade you to Nova Engine? Not yet. Not just yet. But we need to start taking some of their elite settlements from them. Because Karag Zorn and Zorn, or Karag Orud over here are their 2 elites. They do have the walls and max tier, so that's going to be a nasty siege. But if we set for a few turns and force them to lose some of that income, I think that's a good call. Oh, we could just auto-resolve them. I mean, don't mind if I do. Oh, that's so much gold. And we're not going to sack it, though. We're going to go ahead and loot and occupy. Take this tier 5 settlement from them. It should knock them down to maybe tier 3. Oh, we get it at 4. I mean, I feel like we stole it from them. Flyers are going to be pretty useful against the likes of Arrow Great Worm, Sky Predator. Stats are not amazing. Oh, okay, that's until it's fighting other flying units. Good grief. I mean, sure, we'll keep this on in. Costs quite a bit to repair it. Build the old ones, income from buildings. The Obsidian Carver, and we go ahead and put in the Mystic Barriers here too. Protect our new elite settlement we just yoinked away. Labaras definitely needs walls. We'll pop those in now. Alright. Lamia needs walls. Labaras is one we're going to ignore for now. Labaras and Rosetra. We'll just kind of hold on to the big main settlements because it would be the easiest for us to defend. Comes a new elite squad. Alright, so Kroak-Gar, that means we need to cut the head off of this snake quickly. So you need to move through. I cannot believe this thing still does not have the required experience to get the Nova Engine. We will decisively defeat these Imperials. We will go ahead and loot and occupy. Great, Mortis Delta is under our control. We didn't just like that. We've got the Black Pyramid of Nagash. We go for the Vault of Nagash. That's actually not all that good. Not for the 20 build time and what it's giving us. No boost to our economy, just to military. spawn pools of the labor, we do not need that as well. We'll go ahead and put in the Kroak-Gar labor district, and I think we'll also keep some barriers here as well. Kroak-Gar, you are able to grab a stand your ground now. Melee defense in a hurry is always useful, especially 24 of it. Oh, Kevin, we've gotten to the stage of the game where you're pretty well maxed out. So let's go for just points into Specialist. Stuart, thankfully you were not, so we'll give you Foe Seeker. Frostral, we can give... What are you mainly rolling with? Looks like a bunch of Saurus, so we'll make them elite. Jungle Dominion, giving them more armor and weapon strength. A good deal of it, too. Henry. Prepare yourself to become an Honored Elder. And then Talk Lex, we can give you the slow death ammo. Oh, it's time. So now his missiles are going to be nightmarish. Great. Now he has become Oxyotl in his final form. We can go ahead and repair this one as well. We're not going to be getting a ton of gold from this province, but it's more than zero. We'll also chuck in... Ooh, that's a tough call. Probably just want the extra control for now. Alright, so can I upgrade any of your guys? Looks like the answer is a hefty no. Oh, we can upgrade this Kryptonoth, though. Thank goodness. At least one of them gets an upgrade. Now, we've got 2 Nova engines. We are unstoppable. Kroak-Gar, what about you? Perfect. So we'll let them do that 1 turn or 2 turns of replenishment. And then we can fight the battle for Kroak. Maybe just the 1. Because the Nova engine doesn't actually have to be at full health. It just has to be able to fire, right? Land of the Dead will go for the walls, and we will go for the Geomantic Pylon. Yeah, walls and pylon sounds good to me. If we can hold the line, so what we will want to do is we'll grab a Kroak-Gar Ancient. One that we don't have to pay for. Turns out, that is none of them. The swords are so much cheaper, though. They're just not going to be as elite. Alright, so yeah, we'll grab this Slaawn, not the Slaawn Mage Priest. We'll grab the Kroak-Gar Ancient, the aggressive one. Oh, you are expensive, buddy. You're going to be holding the line here at Kimry on your own for a while, so Predatory Fighter, and that's it. What kind of weapons can we give you? Discord sounds good. A little bit of protection, too. And Weaver for more replenishment. Leadership when fighting against men sounds good. We can also go ahead and give you the Razor Standard. Oxyotl, I've missed you. Demon Bane ammo, Fire Blood Toxin, and the Slow Death. He's got all of them. Yes, please. Alright, well, we definitely need to hold the line here. Let's go ahead and pop into our sacrifices, see if there's any that'll help us out with income. Control for the sacrifices Japati is actually pretty good. That seems to have been moved from the tier 1 up to the tier 2, which I guess I do understand. Alright, cool. Now, doing too much upgrades over here in this territory just is asking for things to be stolen from us, so we want to deal with Thorek, hopefully here at the Serpent Coast. Deal with Logan here, who is... I mean, Orion's camp is free real estate for him if they choose to come on down and take it. We need to deal with Abyssa, too.
You may touch me only in
We're getting there.
dreams.
Fastest way is to the fortress is what we need to take.
It's that skink.
Skinks, let's have you guys come on over and just spy. Flatlock, you come on up this direction. And you two. Gonna take out over here towards the Fortress of Dawn. Alright, now Kroak-Gar, you are continuing to ambush. That's your job. You're defending Orion's camp and the Golden Tower both. More income here sounds good. Now let's go over and hang out with Mazda Mundi, see what he can do. We're just kind of holding the line here, waiting for Cathay to make their move, which is always a scary proposition. He's just building up. One at a time, though. Mazdamundi can handle them. When they get smart, that's when things get spicy. Here at the Black Pyramid, we'll go for, I think, weapon strength. Or will we teleport for the Kroak battle? Alright, since we're probably going to teleport, let's go for just the alignment of monuments for more research rate. And that'll be your turn. Oh, a gondola shortcut. We're going to continue to leave no trace, though, because walking uphill is good for you, as you can see. It lets you replenish and gets you less vigor loss, which makes lots of sense. Our Skink Sentinel is back and ready for duty, so is Lord Bufo and Flaxbach. Skink Warriors are lightly armored and best used for skirmish duties in battle. They are indeed. Run at guys, shoot blow darts, and you run away. Wound Wolfram Hasselhoff. If we had a health mage, I'd be feeling even better about this, but Kroak-Gar, how about we go recruit a mummy priest? And then afterwards we can go slice down the Black Tower of Arkan if we have enough movement, or enough health. Rite of Awakening for another mage priest, might as well. We'll go ahead and grab one of life this time. Sequence of armor crafting. Sequence of purpose. Skink invigoration. I do like upkeep reduction for all of our units. We don't get to drop upkeep for the others. Magical item drop chance. Recruit rank. I mean, going through the skink sequence of purpose, we are going to have lots of skinks regardless, so we might as well make sure they are both as strong as possible and as cheap as possible, so because we're going to have skinks in almost all of our settlements, so making them stronger seems like a good thing. Okay, so we'll go ahead and upgrade the gold mine here. And then Kroak-Gar, it's time for you to go save Lord Kroak. Let's teleport on in. We'll definitely be quick saving this one because we've done quite a bit before this turn is in. It looks like Grimlock is all onto corn. Grimlock, are you alright there, lad? Much blood recently. So we've got Cheery Flesh, the Flesh Cutter. His fairly weak army, so we should be able to defeat them with our first charge of Saurus and things. We'll let our CBM engine probably take 1 or 2 shots over at the Plague Monks, but nothing else. Because we want to retain most of their ammunition for the scarier stuff. This is kind of a battle of attrition here. The Water Resolve thinks we're going to absolutely annihilate them. Let's find out.
Lord Kroak will be an invaluable ally in the fulfillment of the Great Plan, but his worldly relics are in imminent danger. The Skaven approach Kroak-Gar. Prepare yourself. While Kroak's force field provides him with some protection, the awakening process leaves him vulnerable to attack. It is imperative that you defend him until he is fully risen from his slumber.
Is imperative. Let's do it. You guys gotta waddle up front. We'll go ahead and have the Manticutas stated where they are. We'll let just the Saurus get into position next. We can go ahead and hold this choke point here pretty nicely. Riders go wide. Big boy up front. More flankers on this side. Artillery, I'm actually going to go ahead and take you off fire at will. We'll waddle up into 2 different positions there. Yummy Boro come up on this side, and Manticuta will have just kind of fly up together. On the flanks here. We can have Kroak-Gar and Stuart go rush down. Oh, we've discovered an enemy hidden foe. Fireball towards Cheery Flesh. Hand of Gods towards Cheery Flesh. We'll go ahead and send Kroak-Gar and Grimlock straight through. into the gutter runners. Same thing here with the big brutal beastie. Coming here into the gutter runners. Mantiquita kind of fall back. We will send you through into the Skaven slave slings. I'm gonna have one shot going towards the gutter runners there. Oh, Kroak-Gar just rips through. Riders go hunt this group down. CB mentioned let's get one good shot. We don't really need more than that. Peril Savagery. Push the Yamiboro through. Kroak-Gar dealt with that group pretty quickly, so let's go ahead and have him come in. And after Cheery Flesh, we can't really control them at all. Go ahead and Headhunter this poor fool. Yamiboro ripping on through. We've got this first group dealt with. We can have the Mantiquita kind of swing on up now and shoot these Skaven slaves to bits. Alright, that's enough out of the two of you. Well, you've got plenty of ammo. We might as well get one good shot here. I mean, I take it back. We're annihilating the gutter runners. Here comes the next group. Spawning of Jodel. Yeah, I don't mind going for a Sanctum slice through here. Probably not what it's called, but that's what we're going to call it. Move the Mantiquita in behind to keep harassing. The Amacanth have taken a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and pull them away from those Plague Monks. Here comes the next group. Those Yamiboro are just annihilating everything they touch. It's the downside of the Shredder of Lustria is you don't get to control it. It does whatever it wants. Alright, Mantiquita, you come on up and start harassing in Metastorm. As long as we shatter the units, we're good to go. You're not leaving there, fool. Scorch coming on through now. Don't think we're all that worried about Scorch. Let's just wrap the flankers round. Go ahead and pull them back just a little bit. That way they can get good flanking attacks for our flankers. Yamiboro, you turn around back around to help out with these clan rats. Looks like they're going to come on back and, hey, here's the thing. Shredder of Lustria does what it wants. Do I not get to control this thing at all? That's a little bit concerning. Alright, CB Minjin. Relax. Those are friendlies. Let's get out of each other's way here and have them just annihilate Metastorm. I mean, it's funny is they are staying away from the Shredder. Even though I can't control it, it's doing work still. Yamiboro come back over here. Towards our line, Kroak-Gar has dealt with his enemy lord. Let's go for Headhunter one more time. They actually have some missile troops back. Throw some of those at the Skaven slave slings. I love it. The Shredder doesn't care about anything. Keep hunting them on down. It's not shattered yet, but you two are wasting shots now, so take you back off fire will once again. I mean, the Scorches are doing only damage to his units. What a perfect example of a terrible Plague Monk. Because he's a ruined Gracier. His army is broken, or at least definitely the ogres will be, the rat ogres. Alright, start throwing those at the Elephant Abomination here. We need to wait until the artillery shows up, then they need to run. The Shredder of Lustria just annihilates everything. Alright, Kroak-Gar, let's see if you can come over and actually stop him from rampaging. There's no way this rat's gonna keep fighting. Just stop him from moving and have you, Stuart, move up and deal with him. Kroak-Gar, over here. Need the Shredder of Lustria to quit being so angry. He's doing good work, but he needs to calm down. Alright, here comes the artillery teams. Which at this point, now we really need the Shredder of Lustria to quit being angry. Let's gear off the Hell Pit. Not being scared of our Saurus seems to be a bad idea. Go ahead and advance the entire group here because I realize that Lord Kroak's gonna show up quite soon. Cannons are already tearing up our group, so let's go ahead and pull on away. They've got Rattling guns as well, which is a big no-no for our riders. Please calm down. Get them on out of there. Have you fire Hand of the Gods this direction. Perfect stuff. I mean, in fact, I don't necessarily... Oh, it missed and hit the Rattling guns through the Giselles. Ooh, Warp Lightning Cannons. Bad stuff. Let's go ahead and get behind this pillar. Want my own artillery to step up and start blasting them. Let's get these Giselles here. Have you start bombing the Giselles on that side. The enemy lord's already running. Broken you are. Kroak-Gar, hunt down this other Doom Wheel for me. Manticuda is still getting shot at, so let's go ahead and bring them around the outside. Wow. Well, the repeater's strong. As it always has been, hasn't it? Alright, push you through into these Giselles. Stop anything from chasing you. Shredder of Lustria is back into Rampage. Alright, Rattling guns. I see the cheekiness. What you don't realize is that, Kroak-Gar doesn't care. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these guys. Lock them. Send them in. Amakanth, come up and run down these clan rats. You guys hit the sides here. Chased off all their artillery in one fell swoop. Drop a bomb in here. Lord Kroak has awakened. We just watch the fight from here. Their explosion directly in the unit that needed to be in. Yummy Boro are charging on in now. C-beam shots come ripping by. And Cuda come over the top. Drag these poor fools down. We can go for a solar beam engine. That way. Saurus, let's hit directions that are not going to get caught by the solar engine. What say you now, rats? Rocks from space. I think you should have them there. One last splash, that gets rid of them. A couple of our Saurus got hit by the blast there. Have you three ult firing, and that is should be a victory. Kroak comes waddling on out. Normally he just charges straight into combat. They send Kroak in like a big old dummy. So you have to be very, very quick at dealing with these armies. Alright, quest complete pretty quickly. The Shredder of Lustria pretty much did all of the work there with 742 kills for itself. Probably giving it the Banner of Eternal Flame, or even the Banner of Swiftness is the best call here. Where's my Banner of Swiftness? On our artillery. No longer. On our very, very angry boy. I guess the charge bonus was a pretty good one there, too. We'll give that to our Starvet. We'll take the win. Not very much treasury coming out of that, though. Let's go ahead and replenish, that way we can hit the Black Tower of Archon just fine. Root's got himself a Carnosaur, and there's Lord Kroak. You're over here with Kroak-Gar. That's not really what I wanted. Kroak, let's get you moving. Actually, funny thing is, the two of you probably with you and this Kroak-Gar Ancient can deal with the rest of this going on here, so let's go ahead and have you do some training. And we'll just give you guys kind of a small force of cheap and cheerful units. Let's see about... gun teams. Gekolo Hunters don't count as Kroak-Gar, but they basically are. For Kroak-Gar, all things considered. Pterosaur Rider teams would also be pretty good. They just cost a lot. Let's go one set of snipers for lords. And I should go 2 for lords and cav. We get the rest of everything being... I want also 1 more Gyrodon so we can grab the CB engine. I see no reason not to. And then we'll just grab ourselves some Skin Cohort with javelins. 250, we can afford a couple more. Yeah, there we go. And then Kroak-Gar, you can come on over and clap the Black Tower. Alright, is it finally time to start making you a monster? Oh, woe to our enemies. Predatory Fighter for Kroak-Gar to 832. If we can take down Kolek, we get an additional 20 bonus versus large, which I think is ridiculous, but well worth it. Alright, then you're going to go ahead and grab a Blade Shield ×2. Well done there, Stuart. As far as Trevor goes, I think you're looking pretty good there, bud. Let's give you the passive to spread control. And Kroak-Gar can move over here to the Black Tower. Probably just look the auto-resolve. The Humies living here. There's quite a few of them, but we can still easily auto-resolve that one. Let's go charge bonus for you, bud, and then we'll go missile resistance for our mage. Alright, that's another siege pretty easily dealt with. Ooh, that's a ton of gold. That means it's a very high tier settlement. That's a ton of gold. Alright, we'll be a plunderer. Kroak-Gar, march back into friendly territory for replenishment. I really do want to turn him around and away from this war front as soon as I can. Let's go ahead and give him the Enforcer of Order for even more weapon strength. Stuart will give you that final point into Blade Shield. His army is incredible. Just looking it over to see if there's anything I would change. Here at the Black Pyramid of Nagash, I think we want... I think we do want the Geomantic Pylon. Just get as much Geomantic energy per turn as we can. Marble Quarry here. They are just continuing to build up units, which, while a little bit spooky, we at least can see them doing it. Get a few more Gekolo here. Hunters for bonus fee large, which the Ironbrow Exhibition isn't going to really have any of. We'll go for more Chirrupin Gunner teams, and I think... Well, let's see. Let's make sure our income can handle, or our economy can handle it here next turn. Ironbrow is surrounding here, but I think we can... Really? I mean, he has some pretty scary stuff here. I won't lie. Some elite frenzy cannons. Vladabrakak. I'm sorry, what? A lightning storm? Thorak's rune armor. Alright, Thorak. Yeah, I have seen your lightning storm hit a couple times here. Let's see if we can handle. It'll be a tough one. Alright, well, we do have the choke point to work with here. So we'll go ahead and throw our skinks up and in the trees. That way they're the ones taking shots from the artillery to start. They're really only there to be a... Can I move them? There we go. Be a little bit of a nuisance. So I have a bunch of javelins over here because these guys actually do have some use. Where we can kind of have them rush out and deal with these gyrocopters with a quickness. Our rider teams I am also going to have come through this side, but we're going to deal with their helicopters very quickly. The Lophoraptors, I'm very glad I can deploy you Vanguard style, but there's no trees up that far. We can really outside of the map. Okay, so let's make this group our initial expendable squad. Mace boys will be in the woods here. Neither of these two Gyrodons have their C-beam engine, but they're still good in melee. It'll be great at probably taking down the Doom Seekers or getting through the line and going after the Troll Hammer torpedoes in the back. But for now, we'll just kind of hide them. We can't hide them in the woods, we'll just keep them outside of cannon range or just inside of it. That way they fire on them and it can waste shots. The Behalus, I'm going to hide in the woods. Not allowed to hide the Behalus, it's too big. Skirmishers over here to stop the Brimstone guns. Mace Saurus, let's go ahead and have just 2 up front. 3 behind as the reserves. Umash Lizard. We'll have them behind the trees too. We've got our Scarvet, and you have on foot, so we'll leave him up here. Also on foot, we'll leave you here. We've got our Death Coatl, which is very good at zapping. How much resistance do you have to magic there? 4 heck, probably an insane amount. 55 is still going to take some damage. Probably best to use those Spirit Leeches, though, on the Brimstone Copters to start. Leave you back in the woods. We have a couple more cavalry to deploy here. Or I guess not cavalry. These are our Cherubin guns. Alright, Cherubin guns. How can I best utilize you? Probably hanging out on the other side of the woods here. They can kind of circle around. Alright, so let's grab our main characters. Infantry. We don't want them in guard mode this time. The single entity beasts. Cavalry beasts, and then the missile troops. Do want in guard mode. You guys are in too. Perfect. You shall hold the woods, even at the cost of all of your lives. Alright, let's get it going. Let's push these Dilophosaurus back behind. They're going to start cannon firing immediately, which is perfectly fine by me. Our skink skirmishers are not invisible, which I guess I forgot. They're not chameleons. Yeah, they're going to do it rotating themselves. We can go ahead and take our Saurus and kind of advance this way. The Cherubin gun teams are going to go up the other direction. Let's get that Spirit Leech dropped on these Brimstone Copters. They really shouldn't be able to see our Dilophosaurus because they're behind the woods, but that's not quite how this works. I'll wait for the Dawi to kind of sit still, and then we'll start blasting them with Zapati's Sanctum. Gyrodon's a little bit too slow. Let's send the Behalus up to try to bait some cannon shots. Main boys here, let's go ahead and have them make sure they're still within the trees. Come out this way. Parasaur Rider teams, get ready as well. But fall back from those cannon shots that are going to be coming your way. Dilophosaurus hiding? Perfect. The AI should forget about them. If we're lucky. Parasaur Rider teams, we need to kind of keep behind the rest of our lads here. Let's go ahead and drop the power recharge on 4X since he is a Ruin Lord. A Rune Lord. Those Dawi cannons aren't moving. We'll go ahead and hit them with the Zapati Sanctum. We're firing on our skinks up front here. We need to go ahead and pull them back into the woods just a little bit so they don't have quite as much issues of being hit. Fall back there, Coatl. You don't have very much speed. So our rider teams. We're just kind of waiting on them now. Come on, Dawi. Skinks fall back a bit. They are shooting at our big boys with their cannons now. Same thing with the Coatl. So they come on through over the top. Dilophosaurus, we need you to kind of keep luring the enemy over. Just enough to harass these guys. Spear Leech on the Brimstone guns, and you go and hunt them down. Javelins, you guys come on through. I see some Slayers. The Javelins actually are going to be very good against them too, so let's bring them back around. All away from the cannon, shooting at our skirmish troops. And truthfully, they're really good. Really good usage for you guys there. Hold on. Raptors, time for you to come out and maul some cannons. Getting shot at a little bit here. Thunderers are no fun after all. Keep them moving around the outside. Javelins go after who you can there on the pirates. Slayer pirates are very scary. Alright, let's push the big beasties through. Realize he's been sitting here getting shot by a cannon the whole time. Oh, he's gonna rampage now. Fair enough. Our own fault. Alright, rider teams, come on around to these Iron Breakers. We're gonna avoid the Iron Breakers, but we're gonna hit the Thunderers. Alright, Saurus, you get in there on these Slayer pirates. They are good against large targets, also a bunch of good small ones. Yep, we did get exploded by the Iron Breakers there, but I prefer that to be them than anyone else. Saurus, come on over here and fight these. Yep. The Raptors come through. Rider teams, you keep doing your thing as well. That's a Body's Sanctum. Use it on these guys, because we're about to lose all of these Saurus here at once. Try to dodge. Gun squads go after these Iron Breakers. If we can catch the Iron Breakers, we can beat them in a duel. There we go. Alright, send the Saurus in. You guys work together. The Slayers are going to be an issue. Gotta push through to these flame cannons, stop them from doing what they want to do. One more Spear Leech, then come on around. Looks like most of their elites are fairly dealt with. You have to go after the Doom Seekers here. They're going to be ripping through our Saurus pretty quickly. Hogbeards are definitely a threat. Send the Skinks back in. Have them bog down Doom Seekers. Well, actually, that's just going to charge up their wards, isn't it? Here's our rider teams. Let's come on through. Help out with these Iron Breakers in the back. The Raptors, you guys have done fantastic. Let's also hit these same Iron Breakers. Just break them all in one fell swoop. Lord is dueling with all three of our heroes here having a bad day. Pull them out of wherever they're at. Take down those Giant Slayers. Let's get these King Skirmishers to go find some Doom Seekers and show them what darts feel like. Spirit Leech on Kroak. Here comes his lightning. And all these beasties here, though, overwhelmed and broke those Iron Breakers. So let's go ahead and hit this flank, too, covered with great weapon Longbeards. Go back on their cannons. Let's go ahead and stop that. The Raptors come on through up to these Iron Breakers. Skinkings. Just avoid Thorak and keep going after his elites there. For a long range, Spear Leech on these Doom Seekers. And come back to the cannons. Duradon, go after those Doom Seekers. Or just get in there and take down those pirates. Snipers, do your thing. Those guys are all fleeing. Well, actually, the Saurus are staying in there forever, but the others won't. Thorak's tough, but that's a lot of sniper shots. Take him down. Waddle can come on back over this direction now, scare the cannons off once more. Let's have one of the Duradons turn and just go after these Iron Breakers. I think with one unit of the Parasaur Rider team, they should do just fine. Lopharaptor's having a bit of a struggle fighting against Iron Breakers. Come on, then. Kroak is losing health. Let's bog him in place. He's going to be a scary combatant, but if we can stick him in one spot so the snipers hit him every single time, that's going to be great. Been there on those Doomseekers. We're going to have everyone else turn back around and do the same thing here. Another Spirit Leech down on the Doomseekers we're all fighting, so we can really hammer that one home. Go to the Flame Cannons next. Seeing lots of wavering except for on the Doomseekers. Alright, there goes Thorak. So surround and destroy the Chain Axes. We are just surrounded in the bodies of Saurus. Saurus have really high weapon strength though, so every single hit on the Doomseeker is going to hurt very badly. It looks like Thorak's army dealt with. It was brutal, but nothing we can't recover from. But not down these Iron Breakers. Every single unit he has here is elite, so all of them very worth us running them down. I will go ahead and catch you all back on the campaign map. And we just barely managed to secure a victory there against Thorak. The game did crash on me in the load screen to get back to here, so I had to fight this one and the Kroak battle one more time. No big deal, but I did do a little bit worse this time because it does appear that Thorak learned from our first fight, so he was ready for the same kind of ambush tactics I tried the first time. We took a little bit more casualties. No big deal. So we will go ahead and kill and eat this group for the extra replenishment. Well, actually, there's not very many here, so we're going to go for the gold. Old Grump Slayer. Extra armor piercing for the whole army, and then more magical item drop chance. Oh, that's a fantastic skill. Relentless Avenger, more weapon strength and attack while in the own territory for our entire army. Sounds good. Looks like Thorak is still in our territory, so that should work out fantastically. And then Geometric Sustenance for a less upkeep. Alright, well, we don't have any more weapons to pass out here, and Ancillaries probably either, so let's just ignore Zeus, go for their skills. Let's get training here for you, and then Reinforced Obstinite for more damage. Training, and then, yeah, I think once again, Reinforced Obstinite. For our Death Mage, we really just need replenish troops as much as we can. And then we move on to Modem, get gold. Get gold. What a glorious name. I mean, Iron Breakers are scary, that's fair. We don't have any artillery. The Juradon can almost have it. So let's go ahead and do something a little bit silly. I'm just going to go ahead and fight this one myself. I'm not going to force you guys to watch me shoot up a couple of Iron Breakers. And I'll meet you guys in just a moment. Alright, doing things a little bit better than the auto-resolve would have for us, losing 0 in the fray there, so we're going to go ahead and actually just exterminate this group for the extra experience. Then we'll have Carixa kind of move up in camp stance, kind of as far up as he can, so we can try to take back the Temple of the Skulls as quickly as we can. One more level is all it needs for a C-beam, and then we're set over here on this side. That's all we can really do there. Alright, so we can go ahead and spend some gold. I'm thinking since we only have an army that could possibly come from here, not a bad idea to start upgrading some of the stuff along the coastline again. At Teotihuacan, we could also get into the Pyramid of Itzel, giving us the Carnosaur, Troglodons, and Stegodons. Very good, but not actually boosting our economy at all, so I'm actually going to go for the Ziggurat of the old ones. Maximize how much we're making here. Oh, actually, hang on, before I do that, let's go for the Tier 5 settlement down here at the Temple Avenue of Gold. 1200 and 12,800, almost. So very, very close. So if we just stop recruiting one of the guys through Global, which I believe is that's the blue, then we can afford it. All right, Temple Avenue, go ahead and get yourself up to a Temple Citadel. One more population point there at that province. Kroak-Gar is just kind of waiting for them to come through the underway so we can jump them then. It's working on out. Let's go ahead and pull up our actual province tab here. Everything is pretty much as maxed out as can be. So for Kroak-Gar here, what we're going to do, I guess we'll just keep working down the melee line. So we'll give him Enforcer of Order for more damage. I believe we had already done before the crash. Expedition Endeavor for Stuart. Trevor all the way across. We'll go ahead and give you, my good sir, Expeditious Endeavor as well. Mod again, Specialist. And that's probably about all we're going to get into for this turn. Rostrol chilling out in Crag or Rude is a good idea, but now that we've actually taken down Thorak, let's move on to the next settlement. So those guys are building up there. What we'll do in the meantime is we'll go up in March, and we'll go take down the Doomglades. We don't have to worry about anyone building up anything over here. Likely this is ticking on up towards Tier 3. We want to kind of stop that, if at all possible. Nothing else to upgrade here, doesn't look like. We'll probably eventually get rid of this Carconix for the upgraded Ornosaurus. It's just quite a bit more expensive. 166 as opposed to 259. Could be quite a bit stronger, though, as well. Okay, Gar, you stay here. We'll go ahead and give it one more in turn. We'll see how things play out, and that'll likely be all the time I've got for today. I have killed many warm-bloods like you before. Non-aggression pact is what he wants, though. He's fighting against Clan Pestilence, but I don't think we will there. Dwarf? Actually, if you just stay in the spine of Sotek, I'm cool with you. So, indeed. We've got some more border traps we can reset, which is going to cause enemies to be tired and demoralized. I think that is a good idea for 400. DNS and Arrigo are now 1, which means we're going to probably be facing against a combined force of Bretonnians before too long here. And a refugee influx at Maku Peaks. Conflict in the nearby region has driven the inhabitants into your territory. This has greatly increased the local tensions, but represents a rich end source of cheap manpower for their armies. Oh, way less in control. Alright, well, Zatlok, you're going to come on ashore here. I'm not sure why Abyssa didn't choose to do any damage, but we're going to try to take down at least one of these. Or not. You coming ashore, we'll have Oxiato land as well. Losing my voice here just at the end of this this episode. Alright, well, while you're here, you do buff up skinks quite a bit, but your faction, I think, is no longer getting all the goodies that you were previously. Sheriff and gun teams are going to be very useful. We'll grab one of them. Let Oxiato kind of hold the line here. We'll go after Abyssa your next turn, but that is going to be all the time I have got for today. This was Wizard of War. Thank you all so much for dropping by today's Kroak-Gar campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub throne. I'll see you all in the next one.